down anymore.
Right.
And I'm a rookie in the game here. But yes, I am back. I had to dust off the 3-month layoff here on Idiot Sports Talk to talk about the craziest, the best, the most exciting start to an NFL offseason that I can remember. You know, I think anyone that could agree that's been following free agency in the NFL, this is the best of all time. And it just got my blood boiling. And I had to call the OG from GetWittedSports. Glass, thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me, bruh. I'm glad somebody was agreeing with me that we just got to get back on real quick, talk about a little bit NFL.
And look, I don't know about little, because like I was just telling you right before we got on live, so much has gone on. Okay, we was joking around. Adam Schefter was on a live show. He had his phone to the side, like he was talking to a side piece or something. Like, you know, when you're with your friends and you're like, yo,
Right.
you don't want them to hear anything. It was crazy. He was on his phone texting. It was amazing. It was just amazing live TV to watch, and the moves was coming in. And I was saying, all these moves, it's hard to digest with everything that's going on.
Yes.
We're just talking about the rapid news, and then you compile that with Chip Kelly's madness, you know, madness is in a good way, bad way. Is he a genius or not? We'll get into that. And right now, I was still looking up some free agency stuff, and I was like, because I'm looking up my winners and losers. I'm making my list, and I noticed another team that was very active, which I'm going to get into in there, and I think they might be my biggest winners that no one's talking about. Absolutely nobody's talking about. But let's talk about the gorilla in the room here, and let's talk about Chip Kelly. You know, do we have to go to we already know he did it, a week ago. Got rid of their top running back, LaShawn McCoy. Sent him to Buffalo. Got Kiko Alonso.
Right.
You know, today he had a press conference and he said, hey, the only reason I traded the man, I didn't want him to go. It was about the money. Okay? Every move we make is about the money.
Okay.
But some of the other moves contradicts what he's talking about at the same time. And yesterday, you know, the other bombshell, he trades Nick Foles to the Rams. Okay, everybody's thinking, everybody's waiting for the draft picks to come into the conversation. Like, what's going on? Is he getting picks to trade up for Marcus Mariota? And then you realize he sent a second-round pick next year's draft for Sam Bradford, who's making, I think $13 or $15 million this coming year. And
Correct.
You traded a guy, Nick Foles, who's been, you know, solid in the games that he's been playing. We don't know if he's a savior or not. So on Chip Kelly's defense, and Eagles fans, relax. We don't know if Nick Foles is a savior, okay? But he's been solid, and he's in his rookie deal. So you take back big-time salary with an injury-prone guy. Yes, he has talent. But wow. Glass, what do you think so far about these moves? And let's not forget, he let Macklin go. He let Macklin go to the Kansas City.
Yep.
So do you think he's a genius or is he a dub?
You know what, and just like I said on Twitter yesterday, Chip Kelly just said, fuck it, put all his chips up in the middle and go cash in on this season. I'm going to get in the roster that he won. Evidently, I hear what you're saying. The man said it's all about the money. It ain't all about the money because you didn't replace any of them players that you got rid of with quality players. I'm still trying to soak in the Bradford for Foles situation, but I'm gonna get in that in a second. Is he crazy? Yeah, he crazy. Is there a method to the madness? Only he knows that right about now. I don't know if he's trying to get Mariota, which I can't see him getting Mariota. He traded that trade yesterday, brought him up from 20 to 10, correct? So you still got 9 teams in front of you. Some of them need a quarterback, and they're gonna take the 10.
He didn't get in the 10th spot. No, he didn't go up in the draft.
He just got the 3rd and the 4th round picks.
What I believe he got I think he got a 4th round pick. And remember, he sent a 2nd round pick to, I'm going to get the exact details.
Okay, I got it. It says Rams got the 2015 4th round pick and the 2016 2nd round pick. with the conditions, if Philly get the conditions of the Rams pick, and I think it said something like they'll get the 3rd round pick if Bradford doesn't play at all, and they get the 4th round pick if he plays less than 50%. I'm saying go ahead and cash in that 3rd round pick because I can't see this man playing. I can say he ain't playing at all, but he ain't playing more than 50%.
What I heard at the end, the final details, I guess it's the devil's in the details. That's what Morton says all the time from ESPN. They said the Rams are going to get that 2nd rounder no matter what next year.
Okay.
No matter what. And, I was hearing the conditions. But my point is the Eagles gave up draft picks. If they're trying to trade up for Marcus Mariota, don't you want to keep these draft picks as ammo? A 2nd round pick is a valuable piece. And when you're talking about trading up, if you go to a team, hey, I want to trade up here. Here's a 2nd round pick this year and next year, such and such, and you gave that up to get Sam Bradford. So right now, you're not feeling his moves, huh, Glass?
Not it, man. Come on. Listen, man. Bradford QBR rating when he was playing was 79.3. Foles was 119.2. Foles had a 27-2 ratio, touchdown to interception ratio in 2013. We have not seen Bradford in 2 years. I don't see the balance to that trade at all. Bradford just coming off of 2 ACL tears back to back, and you got an offense where he gonna need his legs, and everything gonna be wide open where people gonna be taking shots at him. And you think he's gonna survive a season like that? No, man. This trade doesn't make any sense. And I asked, and we both have Philadelphia friends from War Room Sports. I shot it to Dev. I shot it to Jimmy, and they both don't even know what's going on. So if Philadelphia fans don't know what's going on, what's his name? Jeff Lurie, the owner, he probably don't know what's going on. They just gave this man too much power. And I'm going to put it to you like this. I believe it's going to fail because, as we always know, college coaches that come to the NFL first, even second time, they fail. It's stepping up to failure.
And Chip Kelly's defense, he's already 2 years coached, 10-win seasons both times, okay? He won the division a couple years ago, and last year he slightly just missed out on making the playoffs. Okay. Chip Kelly, now he has the final say, and he's trying to create this team, his image, his vision, and everyone knows when they got him out of college, hey, you're the genius, what his offense and his system is very proven so far in the NFL has worked. And now I guess he wants to say, if you want to really see me flourish and want to see this team go to the next level, you got to give me the power. Okay, and now this is the thing. What my thing is, it's all question marks. It's like this is Eagles fans. I'm not an Eagles fan, okay, obviously. But what I would tell Jimmy, Dev, all Eagles fans, I know this is going to be hard for you, bro, but relax. Wait till the finished product comes. Try to believe in Chip Kelly. Try to, because it's all question marks.
Right.
That's what it is. You got rid of Jeremy Maclin. You got rid of Deshaun Jackson 2 years ago. I mean, a year ago. It's like, okay, who's all right. Wait, you got Jordan Matthews. Last year he was shining with Mark Sanchez. Hopefully he has to take a big step this year. Maybe they'll go for another wide receiver in this class, which I hear is really good. Maybe it's not as great as last year, but it's really good. Let's wait till the finish because there's a lot of question marks. And the Sam Bradford and Nick Foles deal, before I get to that, let's talk about the LaShawn McCoy. That one didn't bother me too much. It did not bother me too much because, as we know, LaShawn McCoy is one of the rare running backs nowadays that gets a lot of touches in the NFL. In Chip Kelly's offense, you really don't need LaShawn McCoy, and he's probably out of his prime in 2 years. So you trade him, and that money, that big money, to Buffalo, you get a young rookie stud linebacker in his rookie deal, and they use that money to sign Maxwell who signed for a big deal, and he was one of the top cornerbacks in the free agent market. So think about it. You traded LaShawn McCoy for Kiki Alonso and a cornerback. That was your trade right there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got a Pro Bowl caliber cornerback and hopefully a Pro Bowl linebacker for LaShawn McCoy, who will probably be out of there in 2 years. And the offense, when LaShawn McCoy did not play well, the offense did not shine, but it didn't take that much of a step back. And you still got Darren Sproles, and they signed Ryan Matthews, who's a solid guy, but another injury-prone guy.
Right.
And they're in the hunt for DeMarco Murray. So these moves, like you say, he was talking about money. He's trying to reuse this money for the players that he wants. And if he gets DeMarco Murray, okay, that was going to look like that means LaShawn McCoy turned into Murray, Maxwell, Kiki Alonso. That makes sense. That looks good. So that trade does not bother me, Philly fans. And like I said, it's question marks. The question mark is the Sam Bradford deal. When he did this, when he traded Nick Foles, I'm thinking, all right, Mariota. But then I'm like, you're giving up picks? So Sam Bradford's the guy they're going with forward. And you know what? Once again, I'm an outsider. Philly fans are going to probably curse me out. I think Sam Bradford, first of all, this is a questionable move. This, you don't trade a decent quarterback in a rookie deal for an injury-prone guy making big money. You don't. Mm-hmm. I don't really agree with that. If my Jets did that, I'll be upset. Okay? But I'm going to look at it like this, as an outsider, because I am. Sam Bradford, you know what? I think he is better than Nick Foles. But the thing is, he has to play to be better than Nick Foles. That's the big question here. He has to play. And I think he fits the Chip Kelly system, because the Chip Kelly system is not you need a fast guy. You need a guy that makes quick reads, quick decisions, and I think Sam Bradford's that guy. He just never had, one, the health, and two, he never had weapons. He never had the offensive mind of Chip Kelly. So I think Sam Bradford is healthy. He will perform and shock a lot of Eagles fans. But the big question mark is health. That is the question mark here. And Eagles fans are just questioning what is going on. It's just question marks. And as a fan, you don't want that in the offseason. You go to offseason to get answers, not question marks, okay?
Right.
You go to offseason to solve your whatever problems you have. And Chip Kelly, he's trying to form his team, and he's making these fans go, what the hell are you doing? But no one really knows. Right. No one really knows.
You know what? I believe Philly fans wasn't even questioning the LaShawn McCoy trade too much, just because of everything you just said. He was tap dancing, he was going north and south. He was tap dancing left and right, and that's not in Chip Kelly's system. So I understand why he was trying to go after Frank Gore, but little does anybody know that athletes talk to each other outside.
Yeah, he called LaShawn, and LaShawn.
LaShawn like, dude.
Like, God, you don't
like, you don't want to do that.
He was like, Frank Gore was like, nah, I can't take this.
Right. So, he made his right move. And then, if I'm mistaken, when they interviewed Foles' family member or something like that, he said he was happy to be up out of Philly. So, is everybody buying into the system? It don't seem like it. At least not everybody. So, maybe he's getting rid of people that's not buying into the system. And I thought McCoy bought into the system, but just like you said, with the money situation and him not running north to south, that was a problem. He got Sproles, I hear you. Matthews, you already talked about saying that he's injury prone. They just need another running back to reassure everything. You kind of get what I'm saying?
No, I think they need another wide receiver, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know it seems like I'm banging on Bradford. Bradford is a good quarterback, just like I said, if he stay healthy. Now that's the problem. You know his history. He had a bum shoulder at Oklahoma, so I think he might have had one healthy season in the NFL. The rest has been injury prone. So why you want to bank on
a question mark?
Exactly. Right. So you might as well, what, Philly fans, you just might as well get ready for Sanchez to run the offense.
And
Simple as
you know what? And Sanchez didn't do a terrible job last year in that
I agree.
offense. But you don't trade Nick Foles and give up draft picks
Yes.
for Mark Sanchez to potentially take over and be the starter because the guy that you are banking on is not healthy. But he does have a good insurance policy. But in the end, that doesn't make Eagles fans happy. So, but
Not at
hopefully,
all.
when I was talking about the other moves, hopefully that makes a little bit more sense to you guys. But to answer the original question, do we think, is he mad or is he a genius? What do you say?
He's mad right now. We have to wait to see if the genius part get added on.
Yes, most geniuses are mad, okay?
Yes.
Are sick in the head.
Yes.
Geniuses usually aren't, quote-unquote, normal. So, I'm in between.
I am too. I just want to see what's the end result going to be.
I think Philly fans are all the way, this guy, he's mad. Okay?
I'm waiting for him to change it to Oregon. I'm waiting for him to change it to Oregon East, and they got in Philadelphia you have about 10 different uniforms. I'm waiting for that to come around sometime soon.
I won't say this is a do or die year for Chip Kelly, okay? But if he wants the fan support, this team better perform this year, okay? They better perform. If not, the fan support won't be there next year, and they're going to be clamoring for him to be out of it. Philly fans snap like that. They want you gone.
You know what? It's just going to come down to this. Either he's going to change this team around within one season, or he's going to set the team back at least 3 seasons.
So, like I said, he's got a good insurance policy. I don't think they're as bad shape as everybody thinks. I don't think he's as crazy as everybody thinks they're saying he is. I'm not saying he's a genius, because some of that Nick Foles move is like, wow, damn, you're really banking on. He must have really loved Sam Bradford for a really long time.
Yeah.
That's it. And he had a press conference today saying, you know what, I actually got a first-round offer this year for Sam Bradford already. And if that's the case, guys, if that is true and there's teams interested in Sam Bradford and that high, there's still a good possibility they get up and get Marcus Mariota. This might, all in the end, might translate to the guy that he really wants. So there's still moves to be made in Philly. So, like I said, it's just a question mark, and we're going to have to wait a while to get the final answer what's going on with Chip Kelly's mind. That's what it is. You got to wait. That's all it is.
I agree.
All right. Before we get into winners and losers, what's up with your Broncos? You got the Broncos hat on, so I got to talk about your team a little bit. Okay. Your boy Julius Thomas went to Jacksonville. Peyton Manning took a little pay cut. You let your very good, what was it, pot roast? Your D tackle? He's a free agent right now. How are you feeling this Broncos start to the offseason?
Listen, I am comfortable with John Elway's doing. Pot roast, love me some pot roast, but I'm sure he's going to ask too much money, so we're going to let him test the market. He'll probably be back. We let it go. I think Raheem Moore, he's testing the market. I'm still ticked at him 2 years ago what he did
I remember that.
at the AFC Conference
I don't think
Championship.
Broncos fans would be too sad if he's out of there.
Right, And Julius Thomas, he's a up-and-coming player. He's probably asking too much money.
Yeah, $9 million a year, man.
He was crying too much in the offseason, so John Elway did what he had to do. And don't get me wrong, I believe that's a great pickup for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's another offensive weapon for Bortles. Great move for Jacksonville. Great move for my Broncos. But we're going to be all right. Peyton Manning did what he had to do, get the pay cut so they get the people that they really want up in there. Got a new coach at Kubiak. I'm glad John Fox gone, but he's back. He's at my home team, Chicago Bears, right now, messing stuff up. But it is what it is. But I'm very comfortable with the Broncos are doing.
And I you know what? I totally agree with you. I don't know if I want to put John Elway in that elk, but he already has a very good team in Denver, and Julius Thomas would have cost too much money. Pot roast, that's a gamble right there. Let him test the market. You don't always test the market. You'll be back. You ain't gonna get the money that we're offering. So that's a gamble right there. And if they win that, that's even super for Denver. And they probably already have some plan Bs and Cs if he does end up somewhere else. So I think they're fine overall there in Denver. But I also want to point on like some teams that haven't been very active, and I think I need to tell people to relax a little bit. Like Baltimore Ravens, you know, they let Torrey Smith go. He's in with the 49ers. They traded Nada for a 4th and 5th pick, you know, 5th-round picks. And they're like, what's going on with Ozzie Newman? You know what? To me, in my mind, I'm a Jets fan. I think this man is the best general manager in football. It's going to be all right. He knows what he's doing over there. And you're going to clear up some space with trading Nada, even though you're going to have some dead money. I think they'll be just fine. And Tori, you would the Baltimore, they want to pay Smith, not a true number one, $8 million a year. So I think that was the case, and I think they'll be just fine. Steelers, you know, another thing I hear a couple Steelers fans like, what's going on? Steelers never operate in free agency. Listen, even though they did lose, who was a free agent, the outside linebacker who retired today. Was it James Worlds?
Yeah, exactly.
He retired today. That's, you know, it's 27-year-old that had 15.5 sacks the last 2 years. Okay. Speaking of Sam Bradford and Ryan Matthews, they already got injured.
They come to pick right now.
Sorry, Eagles fans. Breaking news here on Idiot Sports Talk. They just got injured on their way to the hospital. But
okay.
Let's move into our, you know, winners and losers. I don't know if I have a ranking, but I do have a number one. I do have, you know, it was so crazy. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 winners.
Yeah.
Here. I have a lot of winners, and I'm going to start off with one of them. I'm going to start off with the Rams, okay? You got rid of Sam Bradford. Not that he was a bad player, but you needed a new identity. You needed someone to show the fans to rely on, because Sam Bradford has been way too injured and, you know, hasn't had the productive years that they wanted out of him. And now you trade him for picks and a rookie contract, solid quarterback in Nick Foles. Rams fans should be excited. Rams made a good move here. Really like this move. It just solidifies a new identity, a new push forward, and some hope for Jeff Fisher that he could rely on a quarterback to play for him. Okay?
Right.
So that's one of my winners.
Okay, let me give you one of my winners. The Seattle Seahawks picking up
Jimmy G.
Jimmy Graham. Ooh. Dude, I don't know what Saints was thinking about. Didn't they franchise tag them last year?
Well, yeah, they did, but then they signed him to a deal.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know why you're getting rid of a weapon Drew Brees was counting on. That was a safety net. Yeah.
They got no money. That's what it is. They're handicapped by the salary cap right now.
Salary cap is a mother, boy.
And another thing is that they didn't have a great year. They didn't have a great year offensively or overall. They didn't have a great year. You know, if you couldn't win in that trash division, I guess it's time to get an overall.
Right. Yeah. But Seattle, you gave Russell Wilson another weapon, and I'm gonna put it out here right now on your show. Everybody out there that think Russell Wilson is an elite quarterback, and y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all need to shut up. It ain't happening. He just they just added on another weapon to make him look good. So the elite status, y'all need to hold that for a couple more years. He's not an elite quarterback. Stop it. So back to what I was saying. Great move for the Seattle Seahawks. Another weapon. They looking good in the AFC West. NFC West. I'm sorry, NFC West.
I really like that move too for the Seahawks. You know, they did give up a lot. They gave up a first and their starting center, which is nice for the Saints. Saints fans shouldn't feel too bad because they got a nice little package in return. But Seahawks add a dynamic. Finally, this is their first real dynamic weapon for Russell Wilson, and this only makes Lynch even more dangerous too. You know, their offensive line takes a hit. They lose a first rounder. You know, they're going to have to start paying some of these young guys real soon, like Russell Wilson coming up. So they need that first rounder to keep, you know, the influx of talent coming in. But for the immediate future, you got to love this move. Great. I totally agree with you there.
And I definitely agree that if Jimmy Graham was there in the Super Bowl, they would have got that 1 yarder up in there.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. It was a bad pass, Russell, and it was
Exactly.
you should have gave the ball to Lynch. That's it. It's plain and
Exactly.
simple. Should have gave it to Lynch. Another one I'll have to go with. I can't believe it, man. It's disgusting. I'm going with the Bills. Division rival.
Okay.
You got LaShawn McCoy. Rex loves running the ball. You got one of the top 5 running backs in the league. They go run and gun, and they re-sign their own guys. Hughes. The Bills. You really can't complain about their offseason so far. Man, I don't know about the Matt Castle move so much, okay?
Right.
But they give them a veteran. They won with Kyle Orton last year, who's now retired, and now you're bringing another veteran. If E.J. Manuel doesn't work out. So that was smart by them. I like the Bills, doing their thing, and Rex, he got what he wanted. So Bills fans should be happy.
Right. My next one is Indianapolis Colts. They made moves to make themselves a whole lot better. They got Frank Gore, so they was hurting on running back.
They finally got a running back because Trent Richardson.
Oh God, he was garbage. So you got Frank Gore. You going after what's the wide receiver?
Johnson.
Andre Johnson. So you got rid of Reggie Wayne, who was on the down. I'm not saying Andre Johnson not on the down part, but I think you get a little bit more out of Andre Johnson than you would out of Reggie Wayne. There was another player I can't remember.
They got Trent Cole from the Eagles.
There you go. That's another move Chip Kelly I didn't understand, but it is what it is. But they loading up, making a run for the AFC. So I think that was a great move for the Indianapolis Colts. So they're making moves, positive moves to make themselves better.
I totally agree with you. That's on my list too. The Colts, Frank Gore. Finally, they have even though he's on his career, he's still 3, 4 to 5 times better than Trent Richardson. Finally gives them a dynamic they haven't had the last 2 years in the running game. Okay, right. Trent Cole, they'll have Mathis coming back this year. Now you got Cole too. That pass rush is going to be very nice. And if they do finish that Andre Johnson deal, they'll give him a big physical receiver, something that Reggie Wayne wasn't, and they don't really have. Hakeem Nicks didn't pan out that way for them, but I really liked it. And it's cheap, contracts. Short in years, veteran guys, smart. Really like that. Another team I have up here, I'm going to go with the Packers just because they had key guys hit in free agency and they re-signed them. Cobb, their offensive tackle. The Packers always keep their own, and when they don't let theirs go out, it's good, man. Like with my Jets, you let stuff like that. It hurts you when you leave some of your guys go, and you keep one of the best slot receivers, versatile receivers in Cobb. You got a guy that protects Aaron Rodgers. Packers is another winner. That's a boring winner, but yeah, there's one of my winners.
Right. Okay, I'm not even going to say it's the team. I'm just going to say it's the transaction. I'm going to have to say the Ndamukong Suh move and the Suh sub and Nada. Detroit couldn't pay. Well, they tried to pay. I ain't going to say they didn't try. They tried to pay Suh. Suh went for $3 million
more.
$3 million a year more to Miami. That's a good pickup for Miami. I have to say that. A lot of people say it's too much money, but somebody had to pay this man.
He deserves it, man. He's a beast, absolute beast. And they also are on my list. The Dolphins. That's 2 teams right now from the AFC East that I have on my list. But Tsunami, he's gonna. And he's
long as he
Tom Brady is gonna be even more.
I'm good. Long as you give Tom Brady the flux out there in the AFC East, I'm perfect. I can't stand that man. But anyway. And then Detroit, since they know they couldn't pay him, they got Nada. He's 31 years old. He got maybe 2 more years left, but he's a great Suh substitute for that team. So they haven't really lost too much of a step. He can't pass. He can't run up the middle like Suh can, but he can claw in the middle, take on two linemen, and take care of business. So that's a great pickup. So I'm gonna say Detroit / Miami on my next winners.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I really liked it. This one. I'll say this. I think they're the biggest winners so far, but it's under the radar. Biggest winners. I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay?
Yes.
Not because they picked up, Julius Thomas. I don't even think he's that great of a tight end, but that does give Derek Carr a weapon. I mean, not Derek Carr. Speaking about Derek Carr, he got no weapons. Blake Bortles gave
Right.
Blake Bortles. That's one of my big-time losers, the Raiders. That's just,
Yes.
I'll say that right
Yes.
now. Huge,
Yes. Thank you.
huge losers. But the Jaguars had tons of cap room, and they went to go spend it. Julius Thomas was their headliner, but they picked up 5 starters, including Thomas. They picked up a new D tackle, right tackle, cornerback, outside linebacker. These guys are spending their money wisely for good players, good contracts, and they need an influx because they haven't been drafting well the last couple years. I don't believe in building through free agency. I've never, had that belief. I don't believe in off-season champions, but it sets up depth, some good players. They're going to be competitive this year, and I think this sets them up for next year. I think that people might have to watch out for the Jaguars next year if Blake Bortles turns out. They still need a running back in there, but 5 starters they picked up. You got to absolutely love that if you're a Jags fan. Jags Nation should be happy, and I think they're my biggest winners. I know they're not going to get that love from anybody else.
Right.
There's no sexy names. There's no Darrelle Revis, Tsunami, or huge trades, or Sam Bradford, Nick Foles, stuff like that. But you picked up 5 starters, okay?
Right.
You should be happy about that, big time.
Yes. How many wins they had last year? 3?
Aren't they the second? No, they're the 3rd overall pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're around there, about 4 wins.
I think they're going. I think they might have a 6 or 7, 6-game winning season at least. With that move.
Oh, this year coming up, or maybe in that division. Yeah. You got the Titans. You got the only team you really. Well, no, the Texans are pretty good. You just got to worry. I don't know, 6, 7 wins they might be. The Titans.
6. I'm gonna say
the
6.
The Texans aren't that crazy, but they have improved.
Right.
You got another
I'm
more
done
winners?
with my winners. Let's get on to the losers, man.
I think my last one. I might have to put my Jets in there, right? Why not?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I got to put my Jets in there.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not in love with our. Okay, I'm not in love with it. I'm really happy with it though. We got Revis back. I know he got big time money. It's okay. Okay,
Right.
I don't care about that.
Right.
I don't care that we traded him because we got Sheldon Richardson out of that deal. My thing is we should have signed him last year to this deal. Not this year. We should have gave him this money last year and probably prevented from me seeing Tom Brady winning this damn. Oh, my God.
I know.
Winning another damn ring, okay?
Yeah.
All right, we should have given him this money last year. We signed another cornerback, okay, from the Browns. We stole Brandon Marshall. Okay,
Yes.
Love that. He's only gonna be here for 2 years, but what we gave up a 5th-round pick for him?
Yes.
And we got a 7th-rounder back.
We should have got a 3rd-rounder for him, man, at least.
He's probably still a top 10, top 12 wide receiver in this league. I think top 10. A couple years ago, top 5, easy. I love Brandon Marshall. Loved his deal.
He made Geno Smith's job a whole lot easier. He ain't got to be accurate. Just throw it up in the vicinity, Brandon, to go get it.
And we picked up a guard. We picked up Carpenter. I'm not very high on. That's the only one. That's the move I'm there like, well, okay, all right. We settled for that. And we picked up we got an insurance policy with Ryan Fitzpatrick, who had his best year under Chan Gailey, who is now our offensive coordinator. So the Jets, as a Jets fan, very happy. We finally solidified the cornerback position. Got a little better on the offensive line, and we got an insurance policy for Geno Smith. And I still don't want Mariota on my Jets. I understand if we draft him. I understand if we do, but I don't want him on my team. I want Amari Cooper. And let's get on with our losers. You can start off the losers.
Oh, all right. I know we tripping on the Philadelphia Eagles and the moves they made, but my loser right here, my ultimate loser, is on the West Coast. And I'm not talking about the Oakland Raiders. I'm talking about the San Francisco 49ers. What the hell are they doing out there? You get rid of, well, you didn't get rid of, Patrick Willis retires. Frank Gore is gone. They got another good running back. I can't remember his name right now. The rookie running back from last year.
Carlos?
Yeah,
Carlos.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. But still, you got rid of Gore. You put Blaine Gabbert on a 1-year contract. You get rid of Stevie Johnson. You got Crabtree out there trying to figure out what he's going to do. And let's not even talk about the head coaching situation, because I still don't know who the hell this head coach that we got, because he mumbled too much in interviews. So right now, from the way it looks, everybody jumping off the San Francisco 49ers bandwagon. In that division, they are actually in third place. I got Seattle, I got the Rams, and then I got 49ers.
No Cardinals? You forgot about the Cardinals.
Okay, you're right. So they're in last place.
They're in last place. And also, right here on my list, I have the 49ers. As you said, Willis gone, big loss. You know, Justin Smith will be another huge loss if he retires. Frank Gore, veteran, you know, still was productive last year. Michael Crabtree, you know, might be gone. And I like the Torrey Smith move. I like the Torrey Smith move because, you know, Kaepernick, even though he's not accurate, he is nice with the deep ball, and now he got a deep threat to throw to. I think this is the type of receiver that he needs for him, and it spreads, you know, it spreads out the whole field for everyone. So I like that move. But overall, you just lost a lot of key components to what made this team go to 3 straight NFC championships.
Yes.
And they just not feeling it. I think they were a big-time loser, and a lot of it's not their fault, you know, in a sense, with guys retiring and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, last year when Willis went down, people stepped up. They better hope. They gotta hope and pray. A lot of other people have to step up now for this team to stay competitive. I don't know, like you said, I don't know if I have them in last place, but I damn sure don't have them as a contender as right now in the NFC, as a championship contender.
Exactly. So who you got?
Another loser? I agreed with you on the 49ers. That was on my list. I'm going to bring up the Raiders again. You know, you have big time money. They have over $50 million in cap room. You have a young.
Do they have a young?
I'm talking about a young QB.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, right.
What weapons are you giving him? What is going on here? You got to get this guy some weapons. You got to improve that defense. The Raiders have a lot of problems, and you have all this money, and no one wants to sign with you guys. Or I don't know what it is. They just, and this used to be such a proud, winning, historic franchise, and right now, the Jaguars are getting free agents over you.
Okay, let me put this out there to you real quick since you're talking about the Raiders. And you know I'm loving this as a Broncos fan. I'm loving the Raiders getting trashed.
Guru's like, you must be shaking his head right
now.
now.
Football Guru is like, I know he's going to make some comment off the show, but that's all right. David Carr was Derek Carr's older brother. And you see what the Houston Texans did to him. Don't you think this looks like almost like a flashback of what the Oakland Raiders doing to Derek Carr? I like Derek Carr. I really don't see any hope of him lasting too long in this league if they keep on making moves like this.
But they're trying, but no one wants to sign with them. I don't know what it is. Is it ownership? Is it the high tax? Because I'm talking about the Jaguars. The Jaguars have no tax in Florida, no state tax. California has the highest in the nation at like 13%, which is, guys, translates a lot of buckets and money. You know, it's a lot of money right there, kid.
Exactly.
Okay, I pay taxes. Glass pay taxes.
Yes.
We know we talk broke, son. Too broke to be paying taxes. So there may be an influence on it. But I'm hearing like what the Miami did. This is what I'm hearing. I'm going a little into the details here.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a fully guaranteed contract like Sue got and Darrelle Revis got, the owner at the moment must sign the check. Here's your money. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Usually guarantees are put into a trust which is paid out throughout time. What I'm hearing is when it's fully guaranteed, you must write it there. And I'm hearing that the Raiders just don't have the influx of cash on hand to give, let's say, Sue a check right there. Boom. It is guaranteed because, the lack of funds of their new stadium and stuff like that.
Right.
They're just not generating the profits. I'm hearing the stadium is handicapping them from achieving stuff like that. Now, that's what the big-time players with Revis and Sue, which I know they probably targeted Sue big time. But when it comes to other free agents, you don't have to worry about that so much. Now, I would imagine if so, you will be gone as owners. Okay, because you can't have a team in the NFL that financially can't get free agents because there is a floor in place. They have to get to a salary floor before a certain date. So it's just that's an excuse for the big time free agents, but for the other ones, something's going on with the Raiders. I don't know if they have a game plan in place. You know, when they're missing out on their plan A's, do they have plan B's? Do they have plan C's? You're not hitting your mark. I don't see what's going on with this team. I don't know what the thinking is. And
Right.
Mackenzie, your time is running real fast.
Exactly.
I like Jack Del Rio too. Come on, I like
Right.
him a lot, but you got to get some players in there.
Exactly. I agree. All right. My loser, I think this would be my only loser, and it ain't really, it's a little loser. It's the Cleveland Browns. They didn't make no moves this in the free agency. They need to be making moves in the free agency. You just let go of Brian Hoyer, who went to the Texans. You got Johnny Football, who's not really playing football. You got Jordan Cameron out there, the tight end that you need to keep, but you got him floating out there. They just need to add some pieces, and then it don't look like they're trying to add any pieces. And I like the Cleveland Browns. I like what they was doing at the beginning about 2-3 years ago, but right now it's like they stuck in a standstill, and they need to be making moves, and they ain't making any moves in the free agency.
We didn't. Well, I must say, I want to disclose this right now. Me and Glass did not talk about our winners and losers before the show.
Nope.
We just said what's up, and we got the show rocking.
Exactly.
And we have the same losers, okay? Because the Browns are also on my list, and
Okay.
you already said it all right. And you signed Josh McNown. Are you serious?
Right.
You better hope it's Johnny. Oh man, you know what? Start
Yeah.
sniffing that playbook and not the other stuff, okay? That's
Right.
what you need him to do. And spend that, I don't want, on a serious note, hopefully he recovers. Hopefully everything is fine with him. I just made a little joke, but people for some, feel bad, feel sad for Josh Hamilton, but joke on Johnny Manziel or call Josh Gordon idiot and this and that. Hey, maybe the guy's addicted to something. So overall, I hope he gets better and all that. But they better hope Johnny Manziel, even though they got no weapons. You got no. Where's the game? Josh Gordon might not be. Speaking of Josh Gordon, he might not be there. He might be suspended for the whole year. Again. Where's the plan B? And you let Miles Austin go, which he needed to go. He's, not with Kim Kardashian anymore. He's lost all his assets when she left. Okay.
Right.
Jordan Cameron's a free agent, and I don't think he wants to come back. Maybe they try to bring him back. He said, "I'm not coming back. What am I going to do over here? You got no quarterback. Josh McDowell. I don't care what Browns fans are. Anybody says Josh McDowell is an absolute bum. Okay. I don't know why.
Yes.
He had one solid year. Okay, because he had those monster wide receivers. You saw what he did with them. He had monster wide receivers last year with Mike Evans and Action Jackson. What did he do last year? Nothing. Sorry. I don't know why people are hyped on him. My Jets were targeting him, too. I'd have been disgusted big time if that would have went through. Thank God the Browns stepped in. And this is their big signing so far, which is sad. Sad, sad, sad. Any players that are losers? Maybe DeMarco Murray, even though he hasn't got his contract yet. Maybe he'll get his big. Maybe Des Bryant. He didn't get his big money yet. I don't know if I want to call them losers because I think eventually Des Bryant's going to get his money.
Right. DeMarco Murray. I feel sorry for him. And I know you agree with me. I ain't hating any player to go get their money.
Never.
Because their contract ain't worth garbage. I've been saying this for years. I feel bad for DeMarco Murray, and I'm starting to dislike the Dallas Cowboys. Not say I ever liked the Cowboys, but I dislike them. You're going to sit here and chew them up like juicy fruit, have them racking up hundreds of yards, just using them to – I think he had 390-something carries.
If the Cowboys, let me ask you, if the Cowboys have a strong number, like, what, we're not giving you more than such, and they let him go, I'm cool with that. Are you? If you're a Cowboys fan? Or do you think they have to bring him back in?
I don't know. No, they don't actually. No, they don't have to bring him back in because that line actually helped DeMarco Murray. So they know this is their thing. We got the line. We're just gonna plug somebody back there. So you go out there and test the market. And if you can't find nothing, you're gonna come back with the discount.
Right. And I'm hearing the Eagles are interested. I'm hearing the Jaguars are interested. He's got a few teams coming at him right now. Maybe the Raiders should also. Maybe the Raiders should. The Raiders should call in DeMarco Murray and throw some big money at him.
Because whatchamacallit retired, didn't he?
Do you think he's gonna get paid? Do you think he's gonna? All right, paid meaning. Do you think he's gonna get $8 million and plus? He's looking for 10. He's looking.
No, he's not gonna get 10. He might get 8 from Jacksonville. I don't know if he's gonna get 8 from Eagles. If you go to Jacksonville, he'll get the 8. If you go to Eagles, no.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, you know,
overall, do you think he's gonna get paid in a year? Because I do have some questions on Twitter from some guys, and one of the questions was from, let me see right here. We got from Rob Donaldson, OTC. He asks, have the running backs been greatly devalued? It seems like a pretty good one that they've been devalued. So, in a sense, is he going to get paid because such and such? Because they have been devalued.
Yeah. No, he's not going to get paid just because they have been devalued. $10 million? I don't. Well, how much Adrian Peterson making?
I think he makes $10 million. That's why DeMarco Murray wants to make 10.
No, I like Mr. DeMarco Murray, but he's no Adrian Peterson. So
guess what I have read today? I don't know if this makes anybody happy or interested or like I read that Adrian Peterson's looking for a house in Dallas. Even though wouldn't Adrian Peterson have to restructure his deal because that's just too much? He makes a lot of. $10 million a year. That's a lot of money for Dallas.
But when you restructure your contract, because Texas doesn't have state tax either, right?
No, they don't.
I don't think Minnesota does. No, they don't have sales tax. Minnesota doesn't have sales tax, and Texas doesn't have
state income tax.
Right. So, I mean, I'll take a pay cut knowing I'm gonna have money in my pockets because of the tax situation. So. That would be a monster move. That would be a move I would make.
I just think the Cowboys are in position because one, you got maybe Adrian Peterson, possibly he's interested in coming into town, and this draft coming up is pretty good on running backs. So you really don't need to break the bank for DeMarco Murray to change the system that you want.
Plug and play. That's all they could do.
But to answer Rob's question. In a financial way, yes, they've been devalued. But on the field, I don't think so. Because when you look at the teams like the Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Bills and stuff like they still just because, the 25 carry a guy has diminished greatly in the league does not mean the running game has diminished in this league. You still need to run the ball to be successful in the NFL. You do. It's just the way it is. So I don't think the running game has been devalued, but running backs getting paid has because you don't need to pay a guy $10 million, when you can get 2 guys for 6. Right.
Your first priority is your quarterback. If you have a decent quarterback, you don't have to have a top-notch running back. If your quarterback is under par, then you need that running back. So. It's a balance there. It matters what you got on behind center.
Yep, and it's just the way it is. So to answer your question, financially yes, overall on the field no. This is another question we got. Here we got. Excuse me. Of course this would be a Patriots fan, and he asks, "Do you think Revis was overpaid? He's old as fuck." And that is from Big Worm. 24.
Oh, Big Worm, what's up, man?
So that's what he asks. That's a Patriots fan. He sounds a little salty, and of course he was going to say that.
Yes.
But overall, I think Revis got a little overpaid. Yeah, he did. By huge amounts, like something stupid. I don't know about all that for his age and everything. No. Yes, he got overpaid. He's 30 years old. He got $39 million fully guaranteed. Yes. Okay, he's going to average the first 3 years $16 million. That is QB money.
Yes.
But guess what? The cap room went up about $10 million this year, so that softens that blow to an extent. And yes, he got overpaid, but he was worth it. He was still worth it. Still worth it.
This is it, Derek Revis. I have to give you a hand clap because you one of the rare players that knew how to work the system to your benefit.
I worked the game. He worked the game. You know what? It's true. I never hate. Glass, you've known me for years.
Yes,
You know that
yes.
when it went down, when we traded Revis, I never hated. You never heard me on
Nope.
this channel, your show, anybody else's show, hate on Revis to get his money. I don't
Yes.
hate on any player that gets his money. He played every single GM
Yes.
owner in this league for years.
Yes. Exactly.
That's how you
And
gotta do it.
let's not forget, this man blew out his ACL, and till this day, if he's not the top, he's the second.
Hey, I've always said he's the. I don't care what you Richard Sherman fans gotta say. My boy is the best. He's been the best. Always plays against the best.
Yes.
And guess what? He gets paid the best. Okay?
Exactly.
Darrelle Revis is back in New York. I should get my jersey. I didn't get rid of the. I didn't burn it like you stupid ass fans out there burning Darrelle Revis jersey. Bunch of idiots. You're feeling stupid now. You wasted $150 on a jersey, burned it, and now you gotta get it again. Stupid.
Yep. Yep.
You shouldn't even be a Jets fan. You should, if you burn any jersey in your life, you're an idiot. Okay?
Exactly.
At least donate.
Hey guys, that's just how I feel about the Cavaliers fans when LeBron came back. All y'all went out in the park lot and burned the jerseys. Where's that $200 at now? You gotta go back there and get another jersey.
But at least that situation, even though it's still idiotic to go that far, okay?
Right.
I love sports. We do this for free. We do this for fun to talk about sports. I'm not caring that much to go out there and burning cars, burning jerseys and stuff like that. It's just, but at least that situation, people felt slapped in the face because he said, you went on ESPN, he said, I'm not going back to Cleveland. I'm going to Miami, okay? Gas him up. Revis already said, you don't pay me, I'm out. That's it. Yeah. You pay me.
Yeah.
It's all about this. This is the NFL. He tore his ACL. Before he even tore it's the NFL. You have a very short span in this league.
Yep.
You got to get paid while you're there, while you can. And Revis has always done that, and he deserves it.
And how old is he again?
He's 30.
30. So you got my prime years for athletes are 25 to 32. Football players even shorter.
Yeah. So he's probably got about 1 or 2 more years being that guy. But what I think Darrelle Revis is, I think he's one of those rare guys. Not that I think he could play cornerback at a top 5 level until he's 35. Even maybe at 32, 33, I think he could do what Charles Woodson has done. Go to the safety position and be a monster over there. What Rod Woodson did. When you're that type of generational cornerback or athlete, you can do that type of transition. And didn't Champ Bailey play till like he was 37? Champ Bailey was a beast. Champ Bailey was a beast until he was like 35. I think Darrelle Revis is one of those guys. So he's 30 years old. People talk about he's old as fuck. Yeah, you're right. But I think he's one of those guys that could withstand that or play a different position and be highly productive for the Jets. I love this move. My boy is back, bro. Revis Island. Let me go get me a nice little beach chair and everything. I'm chilling at Revis Island. I'm going to invite every big wide receiver we're going to play in 2000 and this year, 15. Come and join me because I'm going to see you there. I'm going to have the Coronas ready. I have some whatever you want here. Let me know. What is it? Sammy Watkins or whoever. You guys come on there. Let me know what drinks you want. Okay, Mike Wallace, what you want over here? What we gonna bring over to the island, baby? Because Revis is back. Anyway, I think we got one more question.
Okay.
One more question, and this is from Antonio. He asks, who's offering Kelly a first-round pick for Bradford, and who's made the most questionable moves in free agency? I'm going to answer that second question first, and I think that's quite obvious. I think we stated this in the beginning of the show. The Eagles made the most questionable moves, okay? Because those moves still leave questions, okay? And the free agency and off-season, it's the time for answers. And the Eagles haven't answered those moves just yet.
Right.
So, yes, I think the Eagles. And I imagine you agree there?
Yes, and I will answer the first question for you since you answered the second one. Whoever going to bite for the Sam Bradford for picks.
Take a guess.
I'm not even going to take a guess because I'm just going to say this. Whoever does that is stupid, more stupid than the Eagles making that move. So, yes, they made that move. whoever picks up Bradford, you stuck on stupid too.
If you
That's
give
all
up
I'm
a
saying.
first round pick for Bradford would be wow. I don't.
Who's
I
gonna
like
do
Bradford.
that?
I'm gonna say this right now. I like Brad. I think he could be
I do too.
I wanted my Jets to get Bradford this offseason. I really did. Now, I'm not giving up what the Eagles give. It's not. First of all, we don't
Right.
have a Nick Foles to give up. But if you would have said Geno Smith for the second, see you later. Get the hell out of
Ooh.
here, Geno.
Now,
Give him a kick real quick. But I like
hey,
Bradford a lot. I really do.
Titans.
The team I would predict that will give up a first round pick is the Browns because I believe they have 2 first round. No, I'm not hating.
I'm sorry.
It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. That's messed up. Just laughing.
I'm
at
sorry,
myself.
man. We just got to put the Browns as the losers, and we gonna dig them a hole. Okay,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think that would be first of all that would be an upgrade over Josh McCown if they.
Yes.
But giving up a first is way too much for injury prone question mark. Okay.
Right.
Right. But the Browns, I believe they have 2 first round draft picks. So if I had to take a wild guess, who needs a quarterback? Who has the assets to give up a first rounder? I put those two and two together. I went with the Browns because they have 2 first rounders, and they obviously, even though I like Manziel, I'm hoping he gets it all together, make me look good.
Right. Me too.
But Sam Bradford, they have the question mark there, so why not go after him? And I'm talking about their thinking. So I'm thinking the Browns was the team that, hey, when draft day come around, we got you. First round draft pick.
That's not bad. I'm thinking Tennessee.
But they had the second overall. Unless they trade down.
Second.
They ain't giving up no second.
No.
No second overall.
The Browns sound good.
I could give up a second overall pick for Sam Bradford. Yeah, there won't be a stadium. There won't be a stadium. Okay. The week following that, someone will blow that shit up. I'm telling you right now, Tennessee will blow that shit up. They trade for Sam Bradford.
Yeah. And they just had enough of injury-prone quarterbacks. Shoot, you made Locker retire, so yeah, I agree.
And I want a Jake Locker on my Jets too. I mean, there's a couple guys that I wanted, but oh well. Geno Smith
retired? Shoot. Locker retired. Willis retired.
I'm checking Twitter right now. It's right now. It's official. Andre Johnson is a Colt.
Oh, really? Ooh.
So that adds to our winners right there.
Yep.
Andre Johnson is now a Colt. Oh, man.
Andrew Luck going to have a field day.
The Colts, man. Whew. Geez.
Yeah.
Watch out for them. I don't know about their defense is still, yeah. But
they're
making some moves, man. They're making some moves.
Yeah.
They're sticking to the same game plan that Bill Polian had with Peyton Manning. So they're loading up on offense. They're getting analyzed pieces. They're getting that pass rush with the defense. Overall, you got to like this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Murray's obstacle with the Eagles will remain obvious, as Kelly noted in press conference. He's not going to overpay anyone. So obviously, like you just said a few minutes ago, the Eagles are not going to give this guy $8 million a year. So as noted in Chip Kelly's press conference, he ain't going to overpay for anyone. And he ain't going to have anybody in this team that's overpaid. Even though Sam Bradford right now is overpaid.
Right. DeMarco Murray was a top rusher last year, right?
Yes. By a lot. He's about 200 yards easy.
He can't find the team the following year. That's crazy.
I don't know that he can't find a team. It's just he's not. His money, I don't know what his number. I think his number's $10 million, like I said. And just not many teams that want to give him $10 million. Some teams need to, maybe like the Raiders or the Jaguars. Why not? When those type of teams like that, when you're a trash franchise and you're not one of these sexy markets or stuff like that, you have to overpay for guys. Julius Thomas does not deserve $9 million a year. He's overpaid.
Yes.
Big time.
But they have to do that.
They have to do that, exactly. They have to overpay to bring in guys. The Eagles are in a position like, dude, we just had 2 10-win seasons, okay? We're the Eagles. I'm not giving you $10 million a year.
Yeah.
The Cowboys the same way. We're the Cowboys. We're a big franchise. We had a good year. Yeah, we were our top running out, but we got some guys in the draft. We got Adrian Peterson looking for a house. I'm not paying you $10 million a year.
Right.
It's just the way it is. And maybe DeMarco Murray, maybe he got a big-time offer from someone, and he just doesn't want to go to, DeMarco Murray, if he goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Raiders or this and that, okay, are they going anywhere?
Yeah.
He'll get paid, though. He'll get paid.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone's going to look at them as dangerous.
No.
So I think that's the dilemma he's facing with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Glass, I gotta thank you. It felt good coming back doing a little something here.
I agree.
I promise. I super promise. It won't be another 3 months before I come back over here on the Idiot Sports Talking. It gets the blood boiling. Every time I do a live show, it gets the blood boiling, and I want to do more and keep on and stuff like that. But life gets in the way,
Right.
As you see, I'm so stressed out. Look at, I gotta give a shout out to Big Q from Team Boy TV. He got all that for my facial hair. I got facial hair.
Right?
I got a beard over here, okay? Just give him a shout out over here. It's just the way it is. Life gets in the way. I got to work, and I don't have time to shave. And you know what? I want to say because someone else just commented on the thing. So what do you say? It was Ezra's with the best facial hair since Mark Sanchez. I don't even think Mark Sanchez ever had facial hair, so I think he slided me there. I think he had like a little side. So since people want to talk about me having facial hair, the only reason I haven't had facial hair over the years here at Idiot Sports is because my jobs, because I'm in hospitality, require me. They're like the Yankees. You can't have no facial hair. That's the only reason. It was never really a personal choice of mine to be clean cut. All right? Okay. There you go. Now I don't have to, go by those standards. I got some facial hair.
Cool. I was wondering myself, like, dude, this baby face, bro.
You know what? Maybe because I'm in my 30s now, I gotta show off. I'm a grown man, okay? I'm a grown man here.
I hear you.
All right, Glass, I appreciate it. That's the OG, Glass from GetWittedSports 2, okay? Subscribe to his channel. Check out, follow him on Twitter. Tell him your Twitter, too.
All right. This Glass from GetWittedSports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. Appreciate you having me on. And subscribe to the channel, GetWittedSports 2. That's number 2, because in a couple of weeks we might be talking about March Madness. We will definitely talk about the NBA playoffs, and I will have your boy here, Ezra, talking about NBA then.
Brooklyn Nets, baby.
Anyway, we'll talk about that. Check out the channel, GetWittedSports 2. Check out the blog page, GetWittedSports 2 at GetWittedSports.wordpress.com. Check me out on Facebook, GetWittedSports. Twitter, @GetWittedSports. And as always, if you got any questions, comments, hit me on the email at GetWittedSports2. That's the number 2 @gmail.com.
All right.
Thanks again, Ez. I love this. I had to get my little NFL fix on.
I'm Ezra. You know where to follow me, @Idiot Sports Talk. Subscribe to the channel, and I promise it won't be 3 months before the next video. Okay, still subscribe. Believe in me. Believe in me, baby. Cali 2015, here I come.